While processing and extracting gold and uranium from mining tailings has grown substantially on the west and east rand of Johannesburg. Tailings are the residue of old mining operations which can yield more ore using modern extraction methods. Joining me in studio is Bryan. He's executive chairman of Australian-listed Mintails, which recently entered into a tailings joint venture with DRD Gold. Thanks for joining me this afternoon, Bryan. Well, at a time when there's just so much talk of M&A activity, Mintails at the forefront of consolidating mine tailings on several of South Africa's gold mine companies on the West Rand. Run us through what's on the cards here exactly.
Okay, well, we saw an opportunity about 4 years ago to become involved in some of these residues, as you call them, in the tailings, with gold and some uranium left in the residue. We worked some numbers. In those days, gold price was a lot lower, so we worked our numbers on the lower gold price. Fortunately for us, the gold price, of course, has increased dramatically, which has given us a bit of an uplift and a bonus. It's quite a risky start-up when we took the initial initiative to get involved, but since then we've had a plant operating over there as a test plant. We've proven the efficacy of the project, and we're now building a larger plant on the West Rand to get into production by late this year to bring in the tailings. To give you an idea of the size, there's 300 million tonnes, which is huge, of already mined ore. It's already crushed. You don't have to find it. You don't have to mine it. All you have to do is treat it. Now, we say all you have to do. It's not that simple because there are obviously requirements of things like water and so forth. And we've been able to prove that the deal works. That's on the West Rand. Now, to put it in perspective, we've since done a joint venture and entered into a joint venture with DRD on the East Rand. DRD has a massive tailings residue that they can't or could not do anything with without a plant. To build a plant today would be several billion, maybe 4 or 5 billion rand. We were able to buy from Anglo the largest tailings operation in the world, which had been closed down in 2002 for reasons known to them. Which we are now refurbishing and opening it up, and with the joint venture with DRD bringing in their tailings operation, their tailings to our operation and our mine and our plant, we're reopening the whole of the East Rand. That has, once again, to put it in perspective, 1,700 million tonnes, which is a number you can hardly comprehend. To give it some sort of perspective, let's talk about 65 to 75 years of mine life. And my philosophy on this is if you go and spend billions of dollars and you're lucky to find gold, you have to mine it, you have to strip it, you have to treat it, and it's very, very expensive. This is very low grade, but it's already there.
So it obviously makes commercial sense, and as you've highlighted, especially with the gold price sitting where it is at the moment, but that's not the only benefit. There's an environmental aspect to this as well, isn't there?
Unquestionably. I mean, one of the nice things, as you can probably tell by looking at the screen, I'm not a young man. And over my life, I've been involved in lots of mining projects. This is probably the one that excites me most because it's giving me an opportunity to leave something back behind as a footprint. None of us are responsible for what happened in the past. You know, we can criticise what the mining companies did and the mess they left behind for other people to clean up. All of these environmental problems can only be cleaned up by some sort of commercial benefit. This is happening with these tailings. We are cleaning them, we are taking the acid out of them, we're creating land that's underneath for the people to build houses on, because some of these are in residential areas. We're cleaning the water, which is a very big aspect of it. So, you know, we're doing it to make money as well. Let's not get away from the basic principle of the thing, because my investors expect to make a good return. But we are cleaning up the environment. And this sand that blows around the town, which you're all familiar with, is going to be removed, cleaned, and taken a long way away and put in an area where it's off what they call off the dolomites, which is not leaching into the water system. So it has many environmental benefits.
Now, you've certainly, like you've said, seen buy-in from DRD Gold on the East Rand. West Rand, though, you're looking at Ashanti, Anglo Gold Ashanti, Newco, DRD Gold, Goldfields. Have you gotten buy-in from all of them as yet?
We've certainly had discussions ongoing. I mean, for corporate reasons, we can't give you information that's not in the public arena. Let me say that our philosophy is to consolidate as much as we can and joint venture wherever possible, because it makes sense because of the size of these operations to work together and to build plants together rather than having separate deposition sites, rather than having separate water plants, and rather than having infrastructure that we all have to recreate and duplicate. That seems to be the attitude of these other mining houses. Talks are ongoing. I can say confidently that we feel the future is looking rosy for us. I think we expect at some stage to be able to come out and advise our shareholders that we're progressing in that direction very, very substantially.
And certainly a development that we'll be tracking as well. Thank you so much, Bryan Frost, for joining me in studio this afternoon.
Thank you indeed.
And that's it from me for now.